later on this afternoon, especially going into the evening hours. Again, most of us are sitting in the low to mid 20s, which actually is a lot better than I was expecting it to be. I thought that we would kind of be as similar to where we're seeing central Iowa where lots of areas have been in the teens this morning. Well, we are going to definitely see our cold air mass continue to settle in as we continue to work in what we call these clipper systems. So we have dry skies right now. But with these clipper systems, you hear us talk about them a lot during the winter because it is pretty typical, a typical winter system to impact the Midwest. So they originate in Canada and they're very, very fast moving. And they go across the plains and usually veer off to the north and east. Well, these systems are really fast. They don't have as much moisture. So it's usually when we see, those quick events, 2 to 4 inches, like we saw this past weekend, like we're going to see today, and like we're going to see once again as we head into the upcoming weekend. So again, they luckily don't usually bring in too many heavy impacts to the area, but we do have a winter weather advisory in effect for a lot of us. But interesting enough, it is a very narrow band. We are not including Jackson, Joe Davies, Carroll, Whiteside, Bureau counties are not included in the winter weather advisory. Not saying that you're not going to see snow, but you probably will only get maybe max up to 2 inches of accumulation, and that's max for those hometowns. You could even see a potential for some of this to even shift a little farther to the west, and that would even lower even more amounts for those northern hometowns. And that's another thing with these clipper systems. They can kind of wobble back and forth because of how fast moving they are, and again, how narrow this band is going to be. If we see a shift ever so slightly, it could definitely be a change of even an inch or 2 for your area. So we're going to be watching this closely, but it does look like a lot of us are in store for some accumulating snow. As we head through the day today, we'll see highs in the mid 20s. Most of your afternoon is looking at least dry. At 1 o'clock, we could start to see maybe a couple of light flurries begin to pop up. I think most of the snow won't make it to eastern Iowa until we get to around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. And then your evening commute will continue to bring in those snow showers. Interesting enough, though, our in-house model does continue to kind of shift it a little farther to the west, like we've been talking about this morning. If this scenario plays out, a lot of those northern hometowns could have the potential to miss out on some snow chances. So again, this is going to be really quick and will come to an end likely before midnight tonight. So even if we do get some accumulating snow, luckily we should have plenty of dry time overnight for crews to kind of clear out those roads. I think your Friday morning commute will look a lot better, but temperatures will be in the mid 20s on Friday. Still going to be a typical winter day, a little breezy, plenty of cloud cover. So here is a look at that snowfall tracker. Again, highest uncertainties are going to be kind of the outliers here, where we do see between 1 to 3 inches kind of in that area that's not included in the winter weather advisory. Again, I do think it's going to be more of the 1 to 2 inch range. And then we see 2 to 4 inches in the areas that are in that advisory. But I also still want to point out that we have this really sharp cutoff close to Washington, Mount Pleasant, and Burlington. And that's where we also could see a shift in terms of bringing that transition line a little closer to these hometowns, and that would lower the amount of snow that you see as well. So luckily, this doesn't look to be the most impactful event. I've already seen some treatments being relayed on the road so far for this morning, so we've definitely seen some preparations so far. But I think the bigger story, even heading into the weekend, even though we see another round of some snow potential, it's going to bring in a lot of cold. We're going to see temperatures feeling well below 0 as we head throughout the entire day on Saturday. And then going into Sunday morning, it's probably going to be the most dangerous wind chills that we have seen so far for the season, minus 25 to minus 30. Would not be surprised if we do see some cold weather advisories issued for that morning. But the good news is it is going to rebound quite quickly. In fact, we do see temperatures actually going above normal into next week. We could be as high as 40 degrees by Wednesday, but trending to at least stay a bit warm and a bit more quiet as we head through next week as well.